What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcus. Welcome back to another video. So today we're here at the storage unit getting things. What's stuck to my foot? Getting things taken care of. So you guys saw the leak last time around. My landlord and the tenants that live upstairs just left from down here figuring out where everything was. Now it's a good thing though that I filmed where the actual leak was coming from, because he thought the leak was coming from this pipe, but if you guys saw the video, it was coming from that one, which means there's a different problem going on than what he thought. Good thing your boy filmed it. So I'm gonna be just pulling orders and show you guys what I got going out today. Just a simple day, man. Taking photos, 40 items listed. My landlord said you got a good eye for things. My target demographic, guys, is the 20 to 40-year-old man. Not saying that people below or above that price range or that age range won't find something that I'm looking for. Well, my landlord and I both do the youth at my church. So he's the lead youth pastor. I'm just a youth volunteer. But like this t-shirt is pretty cool. Backwoods, born and raised. Some country kid will wear that. Carhartt t-shirt. Vintage Champion hoodie. Another Carhartt t-shirt. What's this? Oceanside, Live Salty, beach tee, snap-on tee. Some type of sock or something. Some type of, I don't know. But this is the Levi's. This is the type of stuff, Dairy Queen shirt, Harvard. All this stuff is trending right now among the younger demographics. So that's the type of stuff that I pick up. Carhartt hat. I just showed you guys that in the last video. That's the type of stuff that I'm picking up. Just trying to keep it simple, man. I don't introduce a lot of different variables into the mix. I just buy what's already been selling and I just continue to do that. Let me show you guys what I got going out. I got some on Poshmark and on eBay. I think I've only got 14 going out on eBay. I want to say I got 15 on eBay. Let's see what this total is for you guys. The total is just a whopping $354, but hey, I'll take it. It's better than not $354. And then I believe there's just a couple on Poshmark, maybe 2, 3. Let's check real quick for you guys. Hopefully sales have been going well for you all. One of the things that I was talking to a guy about in the Patreon this morning was setting up a deep dive database to where you guys can, if you join the Patreon, of course, you'll be able to look at this deep dive of all different brands, find out what items you can find in your area that's going to be the best for you to be flipping. Sometimes the problem is with watching YouTube videos, demographic wise, where you're located at, you might not find the same stuff that I'm finding. So you might not sell the same stuff that I'm selling because you can't access it. So I just got one item on Poshmark, which I guess I'll go ahead and pull that one first. 11527. 11527. This is gonna be well, looks like I've already sold this. So at one point in time, there was, I want to say there was about a week of time where my items weren't delisting because the Vendu had not been connected. It's probably my fault. I can't say that it was Vendu's fault or my fault. I don't know. But there was about a week where my Vendu wasn't attached to Poshmark for some reason or another. And I remember seeing it at the top of the screen that Poshmark was having problems. It wasn't a Vendu thing. It was a Poshmark problem to where the items hadn't been linking and I hadn't been paying attention to it. That's probably one of the items that was that had sold on eBay during that time that I never got around to delisting on Poshmark. So I'm gonna have to cancel this order on Poshmark. User error. Don't be like me, guys. Make sure your platforms are connected and actually delisting your items. Cancel order. don't have the item. On Poshmark, I'm just honest about it. If I don't have the item, I just say I don't have the item because it doesn't penalize you on your account. Now on eBay, you got to jump through the hoops of trying to get the buyer to cancel the item so that therefore you don't get a defect on your account and all this other stupid stuff. I wish eBay was like that where they didn't ding you for it and they didn't hold it against you. So now I'm going to jump into these eBay orders. Matter of fact, let me go over some questions and comments from the last video first before I do that. Lamont Mays says, oh nice, that's good to know. I didn't know you could ship orders over £1 with Ground Advantage. I assumed it was like first class. Nice, thanks for that info. Well, just to let you know, you can ship items first class over £1 too. It just makes no sense because it's optimized for items under £1. Ground Advantage, I don't know who it's truly optimized for, but hey, it goes good for jeans, hoodies, sweatshirts, anything over £1 to £2 for me, sometimes even £3. It's way cheaper to ship at Ground Advantage than it is to ship at Priority. And as far as I know, the item's still arriving a decent amount of time, so it's been working good for me. Frank says, Marcus, thanks for making this content. We are from Chicago and our thrift store prices are getting higher and higher. We've been sourcing from the bins, which is a game changer. I spent my last 2 days off my real job cleaning shoes sourced from the bins. I was halfway through it and it is a lot of work. Keep up the good work. Yeah, shoes suck. If you get new pairs, it's totally different. Or if you get almost clean pairs, it's totally different. The only other thing about selling shoes that I got out of the game for is not only is the cleaning part of it difficult, if you don't get all the pairs that could be potentially fake, checked or legit checked some way or somehow, you do run the risk of getting some pairs declined by the authentication program, which will give you a defect on your account. And at the end of the day, it just wasn't worth it for me. At the inception of them using the authentication program on shoes that I think were selling over $50 or something like that, I had 2 fake pairs, and that was within a week of each other. I was like, you know what, I'm just not running the risk of this because I don't got time to be legit checking every single pair of shoes that could be potentially fake. You know what I mean? How am I supposed to know which pairs am I supposed to get legit checked? Because one of them was a pair of Air Forces, the other was a pair of Adidas Ultra Boost. If I got to run the risk of just standard shoes like that being fake, who ain't no telling what I'm running the risk on. These weren't hype pairs of shoes like Jordans or Yeezys or something, you know what I mean? So I just was like, you know what, I'm not going to run the risk of it. Now, if I could, find a lot of boots are good money. If you could find boots, cowboy boots, Western, style type boots, or workwear boots, those are good money. Those got good resale value, even if they're in beat up condition. Red Wings, Doc Martens, things like that, those still sell in bad condition. So those would be okay. But at the end of the day, I just don't want to clean them. So I guess I could, I guess it's being lazy, but I could throw a bunch of clothes in the washing machine and just run them through versus the time, and hats. I could throw hats in the washing machine, run them through versus the time it takes me to like actually scrub and, get dirt and debris off of some shoes and stuff like that. It's just a lot of time goes into it just to turn around and get a $20 offer on a pair of shoes. Like, that's a lot of work for not a lot of money back. Water Brain says the 32 by 8 by 8 boxes, these boxes, has completely transformed my business. Wanted to say thank you. So much more items can be fit into the boxes, and it's so much more of a time saver when picking orders. It also looks so official. Absolutely, these boxes are a game changer, and if you guys want to get these boxes, there's a link for them in the description to help you guys maximize your storage setup. And like you said, you can fit so many more items in these boxes than you can into a bin, and it's so quick to just pull your items out of it. So there's no like sorting through your bin. Like I heard James say in a video yesterday, he sorts his boxes from A side to B side to minimize the amount of picking time to go through an item. And I'm sure that that's a lot quicker than what he was doing, but it's still quicker to just know what number I'm going straight for. That makes all the difference for me when I'm picking an item. Hey, what are you doing in here? This is the upstairs neighbor, Mark. Say hi, Mark.
Good morning.
So, Yeah, guys, that makes it a game changer. But if you guys want to use these boxes, just hit the link in the description and you guys can get these real quick. I've made it real easy for you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go into what items actually sold, show you guys what I got going out today. So Mark was just down here measuring wire to be replaced in the building in this house that we operate out of. He said it's gonna be 85 feet of wire. I don't know what that means, but all I know is he said that's going to be an expensive trip. So maybe wire is expensive, guys. I don't know, man. I'm not a handyman by far, so good thing I don't own this place. But let me show you guys these first 5 orders going out. So we got a pair of X2 quality denim. This is a Wrangler women's spinoff. Those are, oh, that's sold for $9. That's a women's 31. Then we got vintage American Eagle cargo pants. Those sold for $16.50 on the best offer, $38.32. Then we got Arizona jeans. I don't really recommend picking these up. These only sold for $10. Men's 30-30. English laundry, I also don't recommend picking this up. Maybe somebody out there has great luck with this brand, but these only sold for $13. $32.32. They took a while to sell. Hollister shorts. Hollister cargo shorts. These probably would have sold quicker if I'd have used better keywords, because that's a really old SKU. These sold for $10.88, and they're men's 30 in the waist. As I was saying about the database on the clothing, knowing what brands have good items that sell inside those brands is a vital piece of information that anyone can use, right? Knowing what items inside a Wrangler sells well is good. Knowing what items sells inside of Old Navy that can get you good money is good, because these are bread and butter items that is everywhere, in every bins, every thrift store that everybody's passing up. Now, these items won't be like the best of items for most thrift stores. As you guys saw in my video the other day, Levi's $9.52, $10. $5.48 was the best price that I'd seen on Levi's in there in a while, and the sell-through on that particular item in that size was not worth me buying. So the database might not be optimal for most thrift stores, but if you're a bin sourcer, some of these items are going to be pretty good pickups for you, because the profit margin will be worth it. So really looking forward to putting this together, so that way the Patreon members can really get some value from it. Got a Gap chambray top, women's large, so for $10. Got this pair of vintage Old Navy cargo shorts, men's 32, so for a best offer of $15. This is an Eddie Bauer sweater, women's large, sold for $12.80. And we got this Chewy's Tacos t-shirt. I took a best offer on this. I probably could have got more for it. It sold for $7. Men's medium. It's one of those shirts where somebody made me an offer for half off, and I just accepted it. This is a Maurice's top, women's extra large. It's a tank top, sold for $13.60. Then I got these Levi's 514 jeans. These are a men's 34-30, and I took a best offer of $20 on these. So look, guys, there's value in community. It doesn't matter what community. It doesn't matter whose mentorship, whose membership, whose Patreon, whose group you get into. There's hundreds of them out there. Get in one. It doesn't have to be mine. I'm not telling everybody come to mine, but get in a group, guys. Whether it's Bolo Buddies, whether it's Tech and Sports, whether it's Chris Daily Refinement, whether it's someone out there that has a group that you trust, that you know that is doing good, and they are in a position where you want to be at. Surround yourself with them. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of value in following behind somebody that's been where you're trying to go. But on top of that, just having someone that to be able to bounce ideas off of has been really game changing in my business. Over the years, being able to access and talk to and bounce ideas off of, or what's working for you, what's not working for you. Oh, you tried that and it didn't work. Well, why? You know, that holds value in it, and it helps you to avoid making mistakes. So I encourage everybody out there, join some type of group, some type of mentorship, some type of something. It, like I said, it doesn't have to be mine, but help is there. You just got to reach out and get it. And if I would have had it to do again, I would have done it sooner. I waited till like 2 years to get into a group. So just do it. Real quick, so if you guys haven't followed me on Whatnot yet, I appreciate all the people that have been following me on Whatnot. I'm about 35 or 34 people away from doing my first Whatnot show. So I got some stuff that I've already, in this tote right here, I've got some stuff that I'm setting aside, like some jeans, some vintage tees, and vintage sweatshirts. I've also got some shoes that I'm gonna put on a Whatnot auction, and I got a pair of like new Western boots that I'm gonna do for a giveaway for somebody to flip, and I got a couple of vintage snapback hats, like St. Louis Rams and stuff like that, hats that I'm gonna be doing giveaways with as well. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully I get a decent amount of people in there in my first stream. But follow me down there. As soon as I get to 100 followers, I'll be scheduling my first Whatnot show, so stay tuned for that information. All right, guys, we got these bullhead joggers, just khaki joggers, men's medium. This is the second time I've sold these, though. They came back because they didn't fit, so I think they're just a little too skinny for some people. They don't realize that their thighs ain't gonna fit in them. So those sold for 16 bucks. We got this Ron John Surf Shop t-shirt, so for 20 bucks. That's a men's medium. We got this Old Navy, sorry guys, we got this Old Navy button-up shirt, men's large. That's sold for $10. And then the last but not least is these Adidas golf shoes, women's golf shoes. These I've had for a long time, guys, and they sold for $6. So I guess it's the season for people to start getting out again, playing golf, so it makes sense that they're selling again. So glad to see those go. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you make great sales. We're at the weekend, guys, so we made it through. Hopefully you guys have great sales over the weekend. That's gonna do it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one. Until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.